Yo, what's good with y'all boys? We back, you feel me? Don't forget to drop a like and a sub if you're new. And follow my Instagram right there, 2x.Sean. We finna react to when corrupt cops realize they destroy the careers, you feel me? Let's get straight into this, John.
After fleeing the police for miles at speeds of over 100 miles per hour, when they finally stopped him, the first thing this drunk officer had to say was this. This completely drunk lieutenant simply couldn't accept the fact that he made a mistake by getting behind the wheel.
I can't. I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either.
But that's nothing compared to this ex-police officer who injured a disabled man without any reason. But first, let me introduce you to James Hodges, a legally blind resident of Lake City who on October 31st, 2022, was unjustifiably stopped, searched, harassed, and ultimately arrested during a simple daytime stroll in his city. This American veteran had a walking stick in his back pocket during his walk, which was officially assigned to him as a medical aid. However, the policewoman who spotted him perceived that navigational aid as a weapon.
What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
Navigational aids. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
Yes, sir. I was investigating
you have
some.
reasonable
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
See,
What is your suspicion?
It
This
looks like
the
you're carrying a
problem.
gun
they be having too many people as cops that don't really
in your
know
back
the
pocket.
law.
I'm stopping to
I
make
don't
sure
know the
you're
law,
carrying
but
it properly.
that
You don't
nigga
have
just
to
like
Make sure that it's not a firearm.
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
Like,
No, sir,
how,
I'm doing my job.
Bruh,
Am
how
I
that look like a
detained?
gun,
Yeah, you
bro?
are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in?
supervisor,
He's right
please.
here.
All right.
Police officers in the U.S., including in Florida, operate under the legal standard of reasonable suspicion when they perform a so-called stop and frisk. This means they need to have a reasonable suspicion that someone is involved in criminal activity to stop them. Once the man clarified and showed that the object was a medicinal aid, the officer's initial reasonable suspicion should have been dispelled. It seems that Mr. Hodges is aware of this, which is why he's asking for a supervisor. But wait till you hear what the supervisor has to say.
Sir, what's she stopped you for? For a walking stick.
So,
It could look like a weapon. She asked you to really present it, okay? Now she's
Bro,
asking me
how in the
for
hell a
ID.
walking stick
Okay,
can
I
look
don't
like
need
a
the
weapon,
ID
bro?
unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime and committing a crime or about to do a crime. Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID. Well, now she has verified that I am not armed, so there is no problem. You have your ID or not? I do have my ID, but you don't need it, okay? Okay?
See, that's why it's good to know your laws, you feel me? Because you see, them niggas would walk over you if you don't know what you like, what's going on. They just put him in handcuffs for no reason at all, just because he walked.
Mr. Hodges knows his rights. In Florida, people are only required by law to show police officers their ID when they are stopped on suspicion of a crime. But the worst is yet to come.
Where's your ID at? Pocket. Which pocket? You're not allowed to search me.
Still searching.
2540.
Sir, you legally blind? Yes, I
All right, Mr. Hodges. Was that hard?
am. It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number. You know, put me in jail for resisting.
Huh?
All right, let's go.
Bro, what?
I want your name and badge number too, sir.
Nigga said, you know what? Put him in jail for resisting. That nigga did not resist not once. He was telling them his rights, but he ain't once like he was going with the flow.
Have a seat.
You wanna pick my property up, please?
I sure will, after you have a seat.
You wanna pull this out of my back pocket?
And you know what's crazy too? If it wasn't for like body cam or nothing, bro, a lot of niggas would go to jail for shit that they don't like. They ain't do shit. They would be confused as shit. They just going to jail for no reason at all.
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you, too.
Despite learning Mr. Hodges was unarmed, Officer Goad and Sergeant Harrison continued to detain and harass Mr. Hodges. The body cam footage shows officers reaching into Mr. Hodges' pocket without permission, committing an illegal search. Additionally, Sergeant Harrison handcuffed and arrested an entirely innocent man. And what's even more concerning is that this isn't the first time he has done such a thing. Hodges spent 26 hours in jail before being released. Following an investigation, the sheriff's office disciplined both officers with suspensions and additional training. Mr. Hodges also prepared a lawsuit against the officers. And now check this officer who quickly regretted his actions and burst into tears. A Miami-Dade police officer, Donovan Rojas, got behind the wheel of his patrol car while intoxicated and floored it. Another officer who spotted him speeding immediately pursued him, but Rojas didn't stop for nearly the next 5 miles, reaching speeds of up to 110 miles per hour. When they finally halted him, the officers approached with caution, assuming someone might be fleeing due to a criminal act. However, when the suspect emerged from the vehicle, it was a shock for all his colleagues.
Get out of the car! Hands up in the air! Walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your damn knees.
Damn. Nigga said, I don't give a fuck who you is, nigga. Get on your knees. That's the same way they would have treated
that
us.
time
So
you saved a turtle.
who gives a fuck if you're a cop?
That day you led the charge.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Do not face me. Turn around. Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your knees.
Yeah, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that?
I'm a cop. Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.
Where?
You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Am I acting like...
Be quiet. Don't say another word. You hear me?
This event, when broken down, has several serious legal and professional implications. Since Officer Rojas was swerving on the road while refusing to stop for the police, and also could barely stand on his feet during the arrest, it's obvious that he is quite drunk. If the off-duty officer's blood alcohol concentration was over the legal limit of 0.08%, he would be committing a DUI offense. There is also speeding and fleeing from law enforcement. The severity of this charge can vary from a misdemeanor to a felony depending on circumstances and state laws. And now, let's see what's with the police cruiser he used for this mess.
Oh, Jesus.
So the whole time he probably lost this job.
What? Sarge, I can't see you. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me. No, he's drunk. Did you turn that on or it was on?
Oh, so he turned that off after he got pulled over.
Is this an agency vehicle? Yes, sir. You know how this goes.
I don't want
Be quiet. Before I ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, sir.
Okay. I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah. No? Okay. Are you willing to perform field sobriety exercise to dispel my suspicion that you're impaired?
No, sir.
No. Okay. This is his agency car.
Huh?
This is his agency car.
Who's Detective Extra?
I just asked him how to run the tag. I just got here. He says he doesn't want to talk. He refuses field sobriety exercises.
Show up on?
Absolutely, he's up. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It is what it is.
It was you and you was Andy.
I clocked him at 1:07.
I got him up to 111.
And I know he saw my lights.
Nigga, that's not even speeding for real, for real. Nigga said 111 speeding. 107 is speeding. At least, it depends on the speed limit, but still, bro, that's slow as shit.
Don't say anything else.
After being brought to the police station,
Bro,
the
that's
now
light,
former officer
bro. I get, bro, drinking and driving is, you shouldn't be doing that, but, bro, 111, bro, that's light.
Rojas
And
consistently
it was
claimed
late at night, bro. The road is clear as shit. Niggas is rushing to go home.
he stopped as soon as he noticed he was being followed by another police vehicle. He stated he did not want to communicate, yet kept on mumbling that he stopped as soon as he could and that he didn't run from the officers. He refused a breathalyzer test. In the end, he was charged with fleeing and eluding and DUI. Following the arrest, Rojas was relieved of his duties at the Miami-Dade Police Department without pay. During the
Damn.
interrogation, he broke down when he realized his career was over and couldn't hold back tears.
Damn, nigga, career over for going 111, bro. That's crazy. Should've just went 119 and said it was an emergency.
Hey, let me see your hands. Bird, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground.
Nigga said, who, me?
Get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground.
Hold up, is it red shirt or white shirt?
Do you not listen?
Oh.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me. I ain't got no gun now.
This is Clarence Gaillard, a 58-year-old man from South Carolina. What you might not know is that Mr. Gaillard was unable to quickly lie down on the ground because he has metal rods and pins in his leg and hip. What you don't see is that the officer then thoughtlessly stepped on Mr. Gaillard with his foot, injuring him in the process. On July 26th, 2021, the police received a false tip that someone was moving in front of a building with a weapon. Officer David Lance Dukes was the first to arrive at the scene. He immediately drew his weapon and began shouting at everyone present to lie down so he could retrieve the alleged weapon. And you might wonder, where was the weapon?
Never mind, I was about to say. It's too easy to trick, like, cops and shit, like, especially SWAT. Bro, a nigga could easily get swatted for no reason at all just because a nigga calling shit. That's retarded. But it's not retarded at the same time, so I don't know.
By that truck. Hey, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
All right,
I don't own no gun.
He had something.
I ain't own no gun.
The door's unlocked. It's not always shut.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is. All right, that's what he had.
I'm stand up.
All right, listen. I'm about to help you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yeah.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head trauma.
Go back in the house.
Yeah.
He was in front of the car when I came up. He was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun. Had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head.
What he was doing is putting this up behind the tire.
Yo, old head
So he
tight
goes
as
over right
shit. Nigga like,
Got his
yo,
hands in
you
his
slammed my head.
I told him, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. He see
Why
your
you
hands.
bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
These looks speak for themselves. Officer Dukes now realizes he made a big mistake and starts to explain himself in front of his superior. He claims he thought he saw a weapon, which is why he ordered everyone to get down and that Mr. Gaillard didn't obey, which isn't true because he reacted to the command as quickly as he could. Again, the man has a disability and can't just bend down easily. Depending on the specifics of the situation, the officer might ask individuals to get on the ground as a precautionary measure to secure the scene, especially if there's a belief that one of them might be armed. However, stomping on an individual without justifiable cause is a clear use of excessive force. Using force without cause, especially force that can cause harm or injury, is a violation of an individual's rights. For Officer Dukes, there's no way out, but he sticks to his story and even lies when a relative of the victim asks for his official details.
I didn't know what his intention was. You need to upload your camera. I'm going to take that into evidence.
For what he had? Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one there. We don't have one. They don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone.
Hold on, we have cards. Okay. Thank you.
In some
Bro, that lady, yo, she give him that crazy eye, like, nigga, why you lying,
summary,
bro?
Officer Dukes was fired and is no longer a police officer, and Mr. Gaillard received a compensation of $650,000 for the physical and emotional distress he suffered.
Nigga, 650,000.
What makes
What?
Arcade tight is they have all these sounds for space. You know, it's just a bunch of cool sounds.
We need to start suing these cops, boy. 650.
And finally,
That's
let me
rad.
introduce you to Lieutenant Brian Filipiak, or rather, former lieutenant. On November 13th, 2016, his fellow officers caught him behind the wheel while extremely intoxicated after receiving multiple reports from citizens about a pickup vehicle swerving on the road and nearly hitting other cars. Brian immediately knew what he had done, but he simply did not want to accept it and insisted that the officer let him go, even though everything was recorded on camera.
Can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance? Okay, you got your ID. The reason why I'm stopping you is we got multiple reckless driving calls about you. Okay, and then when I'm calling you, you're hitting the shoulder of the road. You been drinking? How many? Okay. I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle. What would you like me to do? I can't. I had multiple phone calls. You'd be in the same situation if I was in the vehicle in your county, correct?
I don't know.
So, please step out of the vehicle for me.
Just let me go.
I can't let you go. We're way past that point. You know
Bro, the
that.
whole time, if it wasn't a cop, they would have been took him out the car.
Yeah, Brian, out of the vehicle. I'm asking you nicely. I don't want to see anything worse happen. Okay?
No, just let me go. Just let me stop over and call it, okay?
I can't.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either, so.
Out of this vehicle now.
No, be
out of this vehicle
no,
now.
Don't touch me.
Brian, out of this vehicle
no,
now.
Don't touch me.
Let's step out.
No,
You know this.
please.
Out of this vehicle.
No.
Out of this vehicle. You're
No.
resisting an officer. You
No,
know
I'm
this.
not.
We just have to. Out.
No, hold on, guys. One more time.
Taser right now if you don't get out.
Take care.
Out. Right now.
Yo, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new, you feel me? Just show some love.
Go to the front of my car.
I didn't resist.
We forcefully out to
Yeah,
you
I
out of this
was trying to
vehicle.
make a deal.
Okay.
Just let me go. I will.
Yes or no? Are you going to do a field sobriety test for me?
I just want to sleep it.
Are you going to do a field sobriety test for me?
Can we just sleep it off?
No, we can't sleep it off.
Nigga said, can we just sleep
Are you
it
going to do a
off?
field sobriety test for me?
I don't know.
Are you going to do a field sobriety test? Yes or a no?
Just let me.
No. Yes or a no? Are you going to do a field sobriety test? Walk the line, one-legged stands, you know the routine.
No, stop. Just let me.
Yes or no? We're going to
Bro, I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm drinking, I could have drank a lot of liquor. If I'm doing a test, bro, I could walk on one leg, jump around, anything, bro. I don't know. I don't really get drunk like that.
You feel
No,
sobriety.
no, just let me.
You're on my side, then do the sobriety test. It's a
No,
yes.
I'm not on your side. If you're on my side, you'd let me just go.
I'm doing my job, you know that.
Yeah, and I'm doing my job too.
Okay. If you're not going to do field sobriety test, turn around, place your hands behind your back, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
You are under arrest.
No,
You
don't.
are under arrest. Don't resist, Brian.
No.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, stop.
You're
Stop.
under. You're not
No,
going to.
I'm not resisting, but don't. Let's stop.
You're
Let's
tensed
talk about
up.
it. Let's talk about it, okay?
I've tried.
No,
Have
we
a
have
seat.
not talked.
Brian, have a seat.
Stop, guys.
Yo,
Hold
this
on.
nigga stubborn as
Done.
shit.
No.
In my car. In my car. Get in there. Crawl in. I don't care. Stay right here.
No.
Yes.
Just let me.
Brian, don't.
Stop. Why are you doing this to a fellow?
What?
Brian Filipiak was sentenced to 1 year of probation with a deferred jail sentence and was stripped of his title as a lieutenant and sworn law enforcement officer.
Damn. All these niggas losing their jobs and shit. But anyways, if you don't want to lose your job, drop a like and a sub. On to the next.